And ready we are for map number 1, Hammerfall, our first map here in this best of 3. Knopf, one of the first questions you had was, hey, what do you think? Are we gonna see some MK first maybe by 40 every now and then? That's the thing. But here for map number 1, it is just the Archmage. What do you make of that?
Yeah, well, I didn't expect, I wasn't 100% sure what we'll see, but yeah, Archmage it is, and we have creeping starting here from 40.
Yeah, Farseer so far leaving his opponent alone. Sometimes we see Orcs being very aggressive right out the gate, trying to slow down the AM right from the beginning of the game. Humans lately weren't expanding as much though, and Fortitude also following in those footsteps again, going for a fast tech, a very fast tech.
Yeah.
2 farm tech, right? So only very few footmen. This will be a fast Mountain King, with the TC being a little bit behind the Mountain King then.
Yeah, that can be a challenge for Orc if he can be able to power creep Mountain King for level 3, which is probably his goal here. But we'll find out.
Both looking for that level 2. The Farseer needs to get that last hit though. Who almost didn't get the Hydra, but does secure the last hit. And the Hydra always a bit dangerous on this map, right? Has the slow poison if you get creep jacked by your opponent. If you get caught, that might be some units going down. But so far, pretty satisfying start for both. Both get level 2. But the human here oftentimes with this opening will have a bit of weakness coming his way pretty soon, because 3 footies is all he's going to have for a long time. When he's got the MK, when he's got the rifles, when he's got the casters, the army will become quite strong. But right now, Fortitude, this is what you get. Archmage level 2 and 3 footies. That's all he has to work with here for a while.
Yeah, we saw Fortitude buying a circlet here as well. Some extra damage and HP for the Archmage. So I'm not sure that FoCuS knows what build Fortitude is doing yet, like with the fast tech, to farm the tech. So when he finds out, the goal should be to try to creep a little bit more to get Farseer level 3 as fast as possible, hopefully before TC gets out.
Ideally, the human here would like to keep these footies healthy at all times, to threaten, to pressure a bit if necessary. And this is very hard to manage, by the way. It doesn't look super flashy, it doesn't look super crazy, but if you overextend with the footies, they take a couple of hits from the headhunters. The first one's low, the second one's low, and all of a sudden you can't contest anymore. So this is actually a high-level mastery that Fortitude is displaying. Just with these handful of footmen, he's keeping FoCuS busy.
Yeah.
If FoCuS is left alone for a little bit, he can power creep super quickly to level 3 Farseer, which will be very strong against the riflemen that are coming. So what do you think FoCuS has to look out for here? Tier 2 is soon to come. He's got the TC then joining. Are we looking at a fast expo? Is he going to go for Shaman, or is that unnecessary? What do you think is going through his mind?
I think we're gonna see probably a fast tier 2 expo here. He might even be skipping the lodge first, because Archmage is pretty low level. And also Fortitude is putting more pressure here, so he's not prioritizing the creep by himself. So that's my guess here.
Yeah, AM has, by the way, finally run out of mana, so now things get a little bit more difficult because there's no water elementals anymore. Without elementals, the units take more damage, and you can see once the footies run in, they take a lot of damage right away. Fortitude was able to prevent this for a long time very well, but now there simply is no preventing it anymore. But he bought the time. He bought lots of time where the Farseer wasn't really creeping, still only 2.5, same as the Archmage. I would say Fortitude has played a really good early game so far, and he's bridged the time of weakness for his power spike soon to be there. MK comes out. Not super strong on level 1, but is a threat to kill some singular units, especially headhunters, with the Stormbolt ready. I must say, I'm quite impressed so far with 40. Maybe I underestimated him a bit in our pre-talk.
Yeah, so we do see the Beastier here, no lodge being added yet from FoCuS. So probably gonna have a level 3 Farseer and then going to creeping the natural and early expand. Oh, it takes a lot of damage.
Oh yeah!
Oh,
I believe they call that calculated.
Yeah, a little bit of nerves, maybe.
17 HP though, all's well that ends well. AM showing up just with level 2 and with low HP, again able to put a bit of pressure on. I would say this early game definitely going the way of the human, of 40 so far.
Cancelling the heal cell. See, heal cells is actually a big deal there. Costs a lot of extra resources for the Orc. So it's really annoying to have the Archmage. It doesn't look much, but those right clicks really hurt.
The MK was solo creeping in the meantime. He took out the natural already. That was level 2. Taking now out the lab. Great creeping on 40. I must say, feel like he's been playing this really, really well this early game. Again, it's not looking that crazy, it's not looking that flashy, but I think Fortitude is doing this exactly right. Slow and deliberate, one step at a time, knowing exactly what to do. And look at the Mountain King. 2.9 already. Great
heal.
items, by the way. Big healing, circlet, ring, all those are amazing.
That's a tanky Mountain King already. And we do have the Expo now for FoCuS. Fortitude, he's kind of satisfied. He's almost level 3. Let's see, he's going for a double middle, and then probably should be aggressive after that.
Pendant of energy for the TC can also be quite nice, but these two consumables, man, they're a big deal. And basically, whatever he finds here is good. Doesn't matter what it is. MK picks it up with the Stormbolt. Big invuln. This MK now is unkillable. With big invuln and big healing, he just got the level 3. FoCuS must make sure to get this level 3 for himself on the TC, but he's shy. He's only 2.7. This is not at all the kind of an early game that FoCuS was hoping for. If the Expo finishes though, if he can work from 2 bases, this is still very much a playable game for FoCuS, but Fortitude might press in soon.
Yeah, let's see here what's happening. He's still at 50 pop. He probably forgot to farm here, I think.
The farm is coming right now, waiting for some upgrades. Adept training for the priests, about to be ready. But the Stomp level 2 is not ready. TC eats the Stormbolt right away. MK ready with the clap, waiting for the perfect opportunity. TC is in D. Invul potion might be needed soon. Invul pop indeed. Doesn't want to get Stormbolted here. AM also levels up to level 3. Should be the aura then, I guess. TC in the back still. Lots of mana, by the way. FoCuS trying to hunt down the priest right away. That means there's very little healing on the human side right now. As FoCuS is trying to disengage though, the army is separated from the heroes. Fortitude gonna build a little base out here with a shop, but he's got no casters left with these priests.
Yeah, this looks like a very tricky position here for FoCuS, even using a stomp here on the peasants. Wasting a bit of mana, but he did get the pendant of energy earlier, so he's gonna have more mana. So we're gonna have the TC in position here for another stomp.
Nice blitz, did you see that? He pulled the rifles back, only a single one got stomped. Very well done. Some rifles still caught in the back. The Ensnare here, of course, helping greatly. Farseer, by the way, Farseer. Low HP, a stomp, or Stormbolt rather, could be his end. Needs to be careful. Rifles also dying. Bloody exchange. Both losing a lot in this fight right here. And both Orc heroes now very hurt. Very, very hurt. Can he get away? Stormbolt flies. TC almost dead. Oh, last second! Takes him out, takes the head, and takes the map. In just under 10 minutes. The 1-0 goes to Fortitude, and if that's not a confident look, I don't know what is.
Yeah, pretty much a perfect game there from Fortitude, I would say. Not much to add, really.
Yeah, that was so well done, actually. I've seen plenty of these matches before in this matchup, and that 2-farm tech is not easy to pull off. Like mentioned before, you're going to be stuck on 3 footies for a long time, and being able to slow down the Orc so much, slow down the level 3 Farseer for so long with that little, really, really well done. Important here that he got a level 2 Archmage quickly, so good early game creep route as well. Game plan laid out, came together very well, and I must say, that was an outstanding showing. Fortitude really keeps on delivering. 2-0 against Labby earlier, now the 1-0 also against FoCuS. Only the first map though, and for the next follow-up map, it's going to be the Orc having his choice, FoCuS. What do you think he's going to look to do better on the next map?
Hard to say, really. I guess probably need to get that Farseer to level 3 faster. Or maybe he didn't have the information really about what build Fortitude was doing. I'm not sure if he was scouting the double farm into fast tier 2. So yeah, we'll see now what happens.
Yeah, maybe you could even imagine some earlier pressure. The Farseer was creeping level 2 first before going over. Maybe if he's a bit more aggressive, it always feels like if you can pressure the human right away, even before he has level 2, he takes more hits. The wolves are so strong on level 1, whereas the human will pick up more and more steam the later the game goes. Seems like on Hammerfall, where the center creeps, the both lab camps with consumables are so important. It it hurts a lot for the Orc when you don't get enough map control to take at least one of those camps, and giving up the map control early, having that point of weakness is not supposed to happen really at all against the 2-farm play. Normally the human is supposed to be playing from behind for quite a while, but again, Forty did it so well. He did it so well. I must repeat that once again. Absolute stunning performance that is really speaking to Forty's mastery as well. You know, we know he's amazing against Undead. That's a very different kind of a game. You expand and then you defend the whole time. But here he had to go out on the map with very little and keep competing, keep contesting against the opponent who would be able to creep faster. that was just very well done indeed.
Yeah, what map do we have now for those FoCuS pick?
We saw it earlier, but
Yeah.
you know, remembering, there's always such a thing. We had Northern Isles certainly in, Hammerfall, and
It was Tidehunters.
Tidehunters.
So
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see.
Yeah, normally I think Northern Isles tends to be favored quite a bit by the Orcs. They tend to either be able to apply a lot of pressure if the human is playing 2 farm only, or if it's 3 farm, then normally the TC is the hero who comes out faster. Might be worth considering here for FoCuS to play more aggro. Don't just creep level 2 first and trade level 2s, but rather put the pressure on right away. Farseer is, after all, more or less the best level 1 hero in the game, whereas the AM really struggles a bit if he doesn't have that aura.
Do you think we will see any Mountain King first or Fortitude?
Now that he's up 1-0, I guess he could dare to do something. I feel like on Northern Isles, though, it's not good. Unless you want to play it 1 base somehow. But
yeah, I have seen it some on Tidehunters, but not much on Northern Lights really. It's a bit easier to do the expo, Tidehunters as well. So
it seems like the meta for the humans, not just against Orc, but also against Undead, seems to be revolving all around the Archmage. You're not banking so much on the great potential of the Mountain King, but rather you want to rely on the reliability of the Archmage, because whether you're behind or ahead, whether you had a great early game or a mediocre one, the IM always delivers. You always know what you can expect from the IM. It's rarely something insanely flashy, unless it's ultra late game Blizzard. But with water elementals, with high move speed, with the ability to chase, with boots of speed, there's lots of little plays you can go for. Whereas the MK, you know, if you have a great game, the MK looks like the best hero ever. But if you have a bad game, then that hero is no fun. We're being told that the game should be starting soon.
Let's go.
Getting ready to load into it. I think we have to wait a little bit longer still. Let me lean over real quick. What do I see on his screen? I think we are indeed about to do it. So time to rev up now for FoCuS. Is this again where the curse strikes for him, or can he now deliver again, bring it back at least to a 3rd map? Let's find out. Let's go. Yeah, Dortmund make some noise for these amazing players, 2 of the very best players in the whole world. FoCuS, the 2nd highest ranked Orc player in the world right now. Fortitude, #1 human ranked player in the world, making it for the first time to Germany, to RaRaLand. And what an entrance he's had so far. 2-0 against the Korean Labby, now up 1-0 against FoCuS. Fortitude has the opportunity to clean sweep his way into the top 4 if he wins this map.
So we do have a little change here in FoCuS opening. He's skipping the grunt here and going directly for Headhunter. So I think he's probably going to go for straight aggression here over to 40's base. And so far we only see 2 farms from 40 as well, so we're going to have the same tech speed here for him as well. So that means he's going to be, he's already on his way to tier 2. And FoCuS will be a little bit more delayed here.
I especially like this build on this map. Because Human has a very tough time here just getting level 2. If you're there to harass the green right away, more and more headhunters will be streaming in. But he's going to pull it right away. This way the Farsi can do quite a bit of damage. What's the target here? What do you think is the best thing to focus on right now? Ideally you want to get the creep, of course, but couldn't quite get it. 40 gets the acid. That's a big deal, man.
Almost looked like it's around there.
Yeah. And gets the confident play by 40. He goes for the creeps before the Headhunter is there and gets that important level 2 early on. More stats, and of course the aura now unlocked. But you can see the footies this time are under way more pressure right away. And it's going to be these 3 footies only. There's going to be no more most likely this game.
We also could see that FoCuS and double wolves to make sure he was finding out what build we could see from 40. So he saw that he went for double farm tech again now. So now he has some more information what's going on in this game than the first one. So let's see if he can use that in his advantage.
And we got the Blacksmith coming again, so Rifles soon to join. Blacksmith a bit late, by the way. 40 was up at more than 100 lumber. A little slower there on the macro. I wonder if that's going to bite him somehow. Farseer creeping one of the creeps here away, gets the item replenished. Always very nice to have. Doesn't have to get those salves now so quickly. But I think 40 doesn't hate this early game. He got the level 2 at least. But with 2 footies, you know, this is even more pronounced now than with the previous game. With 3 footies, there's not much you can do. But with 2 footies only, there really isn't much you can do. But he's still going to try to be active. Still going to try to slow down the Farseer like he did on map 1, where it worked very, very well.
You can see FoCuS backing home here, trying to do some creeping now. I think he will probably prioritize creeping now, more than being aggressive. We could see them battling more in the first game. But let's see what creep he goes for next there.
And 40's so sneaky. He knows he can't really be too aggressive against all the headhunters now. So he's just going to creep one little camp away, get at least one item. So he picked up some small items. Circlet, Ring of Superiority, Ring of Protection. These aren't like insane items. They're rather small of the size and relevance, but they're all good for the Mountain King. And of course we know the MK is coming. In fact, he's coming really soon. That's the main purpose of the 2-farm tech. A fast tech to tier 2 with a fast Mountain King already on the way.
Yep, so you see FoCuS clearing his natural now, pretty smooth, using the One Evolution as well, so he's gonna use one for a little bit of scouting here.
Can heal up nicely with the replenishment potion as well. Look at the Archmage. Damn, stealing another item away. Fortitude again finding an opportunity to get something done. Cost him a lot of mana and some HP, but a big item picked up. It is Squirrel of the Beast. It's decent for a rifle army.
Yeah, that can be really painful actually, especially during the first big fight here. That additional damage makes a big difference. Normally if I get in that position I kind of feel that I have to back off, because that extra damage on the rifles is really painful.
Farseer though is shooting quite well now. Ring of the Archmage picked up by him. Also he picking up a couple of good stat items in the AM, finds the Peon. Fortitude again showing a masterclass game of being able to be active with the Archmage, relevant and getting stuff done even with a weak early game build. While FoCuS backs off, he's now going to hand over the units to the TC to keep creeping. For the TC we'll have some creeps missing here. We'll have to wait a bit till they get level 2. MK again taking the lead leveling wise.
Yeah. This is so similar like the games that I was playing against Forsign before this tournament. Like it's exactly the same build Forsign was playing against me. So prioritizing the Mountain King level 3 and being aggressive with Archmage, trying to distract. But now we can see that FoCuS had a faster level 3 Farseer, and he's using that much better.
Farseer super strong right now.
Actually Archmage taking a lot of damage here.
There is a Chain Lightning ready. Farseer also though.
Wow.
Close one!
That was really close.
Banished is the wolf finally. While we have the expansion coming up, the TC trying to creep in the middle. He got the level 2 finally. Cleared the rest of the shop, I guess, and trying to go for the next item. FoCuS starting to bounce back. It was a good early game for Fortitude, but the level 3 Farseer now is really putting in work.
Yeah, we'll see again here from FoCuS playing without the Lodge, prioritizing the Expo and the Fast Raider. And he's also gonna get the level 3. He should be getting level 3 from this camp, if I'm not mistaken. Getting that healing scroll.
MK items, by the way. Super good for tankiness.
Wow,
he's got rings, he's got big healing. I always feel like when the TC doesn't have a ring of protection, he looks so squishy. He gets storm bolted once, focused, and loses a lot of HP. Speaking of HP, needs to recover that. He's healing up right now with the salves, and he got the level 3 just in time. Better position for FoCuS than before. He got the stomp level 2.
He should wait a little bit here before engaging, because you can see he's healing up his TC. You don't really want to have TC below 50% damage. He even adds an Invis potion here for TC.
And stole the dust. Nice.
Yeah. Not what you really see in this stage of the game. It's very early for Invis, but I like it. You can avoid that first bolt from the TC as well.
Yeah, really cool. Serves a double purpose. He was able to heal up still with the self, couldn't get cancelled, and now he's making 40 guess all the time. Where's this TC? Is he going to stomp me out of nowhere? It's always the worst feeling when the TC comes out of invis, hits your whole army, and it's always a terrible start to the fight. And that forces 40 to back off, while the Orc expansion is getting closer and closer to finish.
Again, I'm missing that farm for food Fortitude, so he can't get to 60, where he kind of want to be in this position. Because I feel if human is 60 pop, while the Orc Expo is running, he can take a fight and...
Oh, Dispel!
Wow.
He knew he was there to try to steal the item. Great play by 40, baits the TC in, really well done. And FoCuS has to back off with the speed scroll. And again, look how much damage he took, man. One Stormbolt, a few hits coming in. I really feel like if you don't have a ring, this TC is not that tanky at all, despite all that strength. MK, another ring. Ring of Regen, dude. This MK is so tanky.
Yeah, now FoCuS want to win time here for the Expo. Let's see how we figure out what he can do.
He's got double heal scroll.
Yeah,
Does he want to fight yet?
I don't think he wants to fight yet.
First clap comes in. First kill goes the way of 40. Takes out one of the headhunters here. Mountain King has some mana still left. Another circlet bot on the Archmage late into the game. Heavy investment. 55 supply now on the human side. Fortitude up in numbers.
Yeah, we can see FoCuS trying to win time here, bouncing around with his army. He doesn't really want to engage. But here we go.
At some point he might be forced to. TC dodges the Stormbolt
nice.
with the Invul Potion. Now it's time to go. Davai, baby. In we are. But also the Scroll of the Beast. Oh man, look at all that bonus damage on the backline army. The rifle's now doing much more. TC with another stomp, but now he's hurt. TC now very hurt.
Yeah.
Item pass right away. TP given over to TP out if necessary. But I think Fortitude is taking a good fight here. Some militia are going down, but he's getting Raider kills in exchange. We have a slight supply lead now on the Orc side. The Expo is starting to pay off, but the MK has more still to provide.
Scroll of the Beast doing massive damage here.
Yes.
You can really see how the rifles put a ton of damage into the grunts.
There's no Dispel on the Orc side. There's a heal scroll, however. Mountain King taking a lot of damage. The heal potion! Oh man, he shrugs off all the damage. MK again healthy. Another clap comes in. Chain Lightning into the back though. Gets another kill as well. Level 4 on the Archmage. Priest goes down. Raider goes down. TP out. FoCuS needs to back off and heal up. Quick to the shop. Quick with the clarity. And then he has to come back for the defense. Over at the Expo. Fortitude though, he's got the supply lead and getting very close to that perfect run.
Yeah, this is a tricky spot for FoCuS now. Let's see how we handle it. It's gonna remove the peons from the gold mine. Don't want to give that extra experience points to the Mountain King.
The Expo might not be worth saving anymore or possible to save anymore. Clarities now can run this MK so strong. So tough to bring down, man. Those rings, you don't want to underestimate them. The TC had a much tougher time really getting the relevant positioning, getting the relevant spells off. But this is it. Last try by FoCuS. The human army is kind of cornered back here, but FoCuS doesn't fully commit in yet where the end snare is going to fly.
Great position.
Stomp on the MK, going heavily for the target fire, trying to pass an item. TP is in. Mountain King still throwing out the spell. Stomp is there though. The Chain Lightning. Can he get him? Can he get him? No! Gets out just in time. The TP last millisecond to save the hero. And Fortitude still with a big army. He can come back with a follow-up attack real quick.
Yeah, in this position, I don't really know what's the best to do here for FoCuS. If he's gonna try to avoid meeting Fortitude and maybe go for base trade, because he probably knows that Fortitude is gonna go aggressive again, healing up and heading over to FoCuS Expo.
Yeah, MK is reaching critical mass, man. He's about to get level 4. Those items so strong on him. If he was to pick up an Invul Potion, it would be unkillable, but I think FoCuS got it. He also got double mana pot.
That was actually a big deal there, that FoCuS got away, because now he will be able to win some more time for the Expo, so he can trade. I'm not sure we'll see a straight up fight any soon. Hopefully FoCuS can avoid that and try to win more time.
40 has a much stronger army. He's got more supply. He's got the MK about to be on level 4. FoCuS has to buy a lot of time here.
So we're gonna kill some peasants and probably TP out.
Call to arms being used. Can FoCuS get out without losses? Looks like he can. But 40 turning around right away. He's like, I know you just want to buy time.
He knows what's going on right now. So FoCuS gotta be very fast now about what he's doing. He actually stays at the Expo now, so Fortitude will be able to get the fight he wants right now.
MK, full mana. Locked and loaded, baby. Where are we going? We got the clap lined up, and there we go. It's basically the entire Orc army level 4 right away. Now we got the Stormbolt level 2 as well, and this MK, I don't know, man. Don't know if this guy is killable anymore. Invo Potion popped early, maybe a bit of a waste, but that's a beauty of a stomp. That was literally everyone. Is there enough follow-up damage to take out the units as well, though? Right click's coming through.
No.
Again, the wolves being summoned. The priest numbers are kind of low now. We do have mana potions, by the way. Mana potion, the TC, still available. The Farseer used his already, but the code also going down quickly. Scroll of Healing comes through. The Mountain King, though, having an absolute feast. He's being ignored so far. The rifle is still high in numbers, and I think the damage is enough to take care of the rest of the Orc army here. Down to 35 supply only is FoCuS. Losing more and more. 40 level 5, and I think that might just be enough. A clap or a bash to finish the game as the Farseer falls. It is GG, and FoCuS raises, 40 raises arms high up in the air with one hell of an impressive performance.
Wow.